guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The Bronco ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
A yard on the play.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this throw caught left side.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check 13. Check 13.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jonathan Taylor.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, it's Taylor. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Broncos.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Lucky.
Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun is Eason. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
35, let's go. 35 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. They'll have a first down past the 40. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 25-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards.
First down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll
get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The ball carrier taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
after 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 7, Broncos nothing.
Third down, here's Lindsey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Locke going to keep this himself. He pitches it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. They did a nice job on the read, pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 58 yards.
8-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Jonathan Taylor.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. McKenzie now to return it. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing is Eason.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkward. This one's going to be a face mask. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 1st and 10, Eason. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. From the gun, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 10 yards out, and the Colts are able to grow their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Eason going to keep it. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
On 2nd down now, Colbert. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's McKenzie. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Eason on 2nd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason, he's going to go up top again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Locke working out of the gun. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Muhammad. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown. There to make the grab. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. McKenzie returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 70 Lion. 19 Lion. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Rip right. Rip right. Nice. Go.
From the gun, Eason. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. Smith catches left side. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On 1st down, Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Second down, here's Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
15-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The give to Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Taylor, the ball
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Again, the ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Eason
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick here is... So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Locke. Harris has it over the middle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Locke to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Got a man. It's Judy complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On
third down. Lock. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Denver.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mostert, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
At the 29-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. To throw it is Lock. Screen pass to Lindsey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. From the gun, Eason. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The ball carrier.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Locke steps away to his left. That's caught left side by Judy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
First and 10, Taylor now. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, it's Taylor.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.